What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer, and today I have some more information regarding Paralives. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the sub button, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. I also do have an affiliate link with Instagame to bring you guys cheaper games. If you guys click the right side of the screen or the link in the description, you'll find a bunch of deals on cheaper games. They have racing, adventure games, and of course life simulation. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so Paralives just released a video called What is Early Access, and it gives you basically a breakdown of what's coming when the game releases in December. I found this video very funny because again, it is letting people know that, hey, this is an early access title. A lot of people in the Sims community does not know what early access means. And again, this was a similar situation with Inzoi. A lot of people did not like the fact that the game was being charged for so much for so little content. And it got so bad that like Cajun himself, the creator of the game, had to basically make a statement letting people know like, hey, this game does not have a lot of content. It's gonna take some time before we start receiving major updates. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember the Inzoi team saying that game was going to take maybe like 7, 8, 9 years to be fully completed, which obviously makes sense. These games are in a life simulation genre. There's so many possibilities with a life simulation game. So now keep in mind, Paralives is a very small team. Who knows how long it's going to take for this game to fully release? It's definitely going to take a lot longer than Inzoi. And again, this is a very good informative video because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to buy this game. They're not going to read the fine print. Like again, they do mention, hey, this game is in early access. It's not complete and it may or may not change further. So when you buy the game, you are agreeing to that and you're basically becoming a tester, which is not a bad thing because again, they need feedback to help improve the game. So yeah, this information is definitely needed because there are going to be a lot of people that are going to say, oh, this doesn't feel like a full game. Another thing I've seen is a little bit of controversy with the pricing. I'm pretty sure the pricing is $40, but it could change depending on where you live in the world. I saw this tweet, shout out to Lissa Lash, she's another content creator. She said it's so funny that they have to do this because people are really dumb, which is true. And someone responded by the name of Claudia the Dev. They said, nah, not because people are dumb. USD $40 is not a small price for early access. For that amount, I think it's reasonable to make sure people know what to expect and they shall get it, which I think is fair. I think for some people, $40 is a lot of money, and for others, they don't think it is. It depends on your perception of how much $40 means to you. But I do agree with Lissa Lash because she did respond to this. She said, don't buy early access, then wait for the game to come out. If you know based off the content, this is not worth $40 for you right now, don't set yourself up for failure and then buy the game because you're only hurting yourself at that point. This is for people who are eager to play, but also people who want to give constructive criticism to improve the game. I want to be a part of that. So I would gladly give them whatever the money is to get access to this game. And I would love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Are you guys going to be participating in the early access? Do you guys think $40 is a fair, justified price to play this game? And you're fine going into this knowing there's not going to be a lot of content? Or do you think people should wait until like Paralives gets like a major update and then, you know, spend their money on this? Now on Twitter, they also tweet the information. I think this is better to read for you guys. So now looking at all the information, Paralives comes out December 8th. Again, it will be in early access. I think we all know what that means by now. So with this game being in early access, they will be releasing a game that is not complete and they want to receive feedback from players. They say you'll be able to manage your paras, needs, wants, life goals, and careers, but they're still being improved. So you might encounter some bugs and crashes. So as you can see from this image, like the sim is like walking mid-air, which is funny. And then another sim is like sticking out of the bed. So they say you can make friends, find love, or be mean. I definitely want to explore the mean interactions and how like mean you can be. You know what I mean? Like I want to be just like a toxic para. I feel like a lot of these life simulation games release and they take away the freedom to be like a dickhead. And I don't know why they do that. So I would love to test that. They say social life basics are there, but it's still lacking things like organizing social events and calling other paras. So if you want to throw like a house party or like a wedding, as of right now, that's just not possible. And so moving on, they say for now, when a para is born, gets married, or dies, there isn't much to highlight these moments, but we plan to add emotions and celebrations to these. Now this is a little bit confusing to me, so my bad. Based off what I just read, I'm assuming that there is like emotions in the game, but it's not fleshed out, or is there no emotions in the game? Because I know they did showcase like emotions with the paras. I'm assuming like there is emotions, but it's just not like fleshed out, like it's not highlighted like they said. So now they mentioned they also designed a cozy town for you to discover, but it's still lacking activities outside of some shops and collectibles to find. So that probably means you can't go to like a park and play with like a gym equipment or play like basketball. So they said the Paramaker will let you fully customize and dress your characters, but some hairstyles and clothing items are still missing, which obviously is fine. I know a few days ago they posted a creating characters in the Paramaker, and we've seen this before, but it was like a little bit more in depth. I'm assuming what they showed in the video will be in early access, but based off the video, there was a bunch of different presets for like obviously eyes, lips, noses. So very similar to like the Sims 4. For those who don't know, and I could be saying this wrong, but I know the Sims 4 owns like the, I don't know the word, it's like a patent patent. I don't know the word. Like, I'm not gonna go and search it up because whatever. Educate me in the comments. But they basically own the rights to like pull and drag like characters. So that's why a lot of games use like sliders and stuff. It's like very similar to Pokemon, where like technically speaking, no other game can like use Pokeballs. So if anyone's like wondering why we can't have like the pull drag system, is because like The Sims owns that. But yeah, what's very interesting too is like I feel like they found their own way to still kind of like add the whole pull and drag stuff, because you can see like in the eye category there's like different arrows pointing to like different parts of the eyes that you can like kind of move, and then there's also the sliders, of course. So yeah, that's very interesting. Looks like they found like a loophole to that. And of course, like just like The Sims, there's also like different categories for outfits, so casual, work, sports, pajamas. On the bottom right, you also see your pair's name, their age. There's obviously different genders, so you have female, male, non-binary, and then voices. It doesn't seem like there's too much customization with the voices so far. We found this out very early in development, but you can also layer clothing on top of other clothing. So if you want just a t-shirt, you can do that, or you can put a jacket on top of that t-shirt. And of course, there's things like color swatches. There's a color wheel as well. There's also a bunch of different like face skin details. So we saw like them put like acne on the para, which was really cool. And you can also change the color of the acne specifically, which is just insane to me. There's obviously different types of makeup as well. So there's like different blushes, like full face masks. Of course, there's like different eyeshadows as well, eyeliner, lipstick, and they also do give us some tattoos, which you can also change the positioning and the scaling. And then there's other accessories like glasses, earrings. And then we also move on to like more of like the personality of the para. So there's different vibes, social perks, talents, and then lifestyles. And then you can use your points to basically put into your para. So I'm assuming you want to make them super athletic, you can do that in physique. Maybe you want a really smart para, you can put that into mind. There's also creativity as well. So if you want your para to be the next Picasso, you have the freedom to do that. And there's obviously charisma as well. So if you want to give your pairs more riz, any game I play, I put a lot of points in charisma. That's just like one of my favorite skills personally. We also side with the vibes. There was overjoyed, gloomy, energetic, serious, and jester. And then for social perks, there was good at being alone, good at making friends, good at taking care of others, good at romantic relationships, and then good at cooperation. And then for talents, there was jack of all trades, music, fitness, food, technology, visual arts, or good at nothing. And then there's like the lifestyle category, so you can choose to be a vegetarian, you can have different sleeping habits, and then cleaning habits as well. When I think of this stuff, I think of like The Sims 2. So like obviously if you put a lot of points in your Sims being neat, they will clean up after themselves. But with the lifestyles, they just give you the option, which is really interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I'll definitely need to play and see for myself, because I think I like the fact that like with The Sims, you could put points into different things, and like you could be like a really outgoing person, but you're also mean. Like you can't have it both ways. But I guess maybe to them it's like not a big deal. I don't know. And again, I love this type of stuff. Like we get to go in and play and see for ourselves what works, what doesn't. So yeah, I would say so far the character creation looks really, really good. I'm very excited to make paras and just see how they look. I think there's a lot there so far for early access. Now they also did mention a good selection of furniture and objects is waiting for you in build mode, and of course a wide variety will be coming out in future updates. They said the build mode is pretty flexible, but some important features are still to come, like pools, basements, and more flexible stairs and roof tools. This at launch, modders will be able to add all kinds of custom content to the game that players can easily find and install using the Steam Workshop. I think the fact that modders will be able to like get their hands on this game like in early access, like off rip, is a really good chess move. It's no secret that like modders carry The Sims 4. I've seen so many people say like I would not be playing The Sims 4 if it wasn't for mods. But I did also mention that over 6 years of development, some features have been teased but have been put aside and won't be ready for launch. We prefer to let you know. So things like removing shoes automatically obviously won't be in early access, and then using the zip line. Now they said within the next 2 years of early access, we plan to add content to every part of the game, as well as new features like cars, pets, and deeper parenting gameplay. Not gonna lie, I thought at least cars would have been like in the game, but again, I don't keep up with like the posts and stuff, so I'm just finding this out now. I wish we had cars in this game, but again, it's not a big deal. At least we know that it's coming. And now they kind of go back and say, hey, don't expect hundreds of hours of gameplay just yet. We aim to get there by adding more content and depth based on the feedback we get from you. So again, guys, constructive criticism is key to making this game the best simulation game it can be. I know there's people out there who want this game to be the Sims killer. If you guys want this game to be the Sims killer, I'm using air quotes, give them constructive criticism. If there's something you don't like, if there's something that feels off to you, or something you do like, let them know, and then they can expand on it. They also said, as a small team of passionate life simulation fans, we have pledged that all future updates and expansions will be free. So again, that's another like really boss move from them. Everything will be free. So after you pay that $40, like you're good. You don't ever have to pay for anything again. But the flip side to that is probably going to take a long time to get expansions. I don't think we're going to see an expansion for a very very long time. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. And then last up, they say we are so grateful and excited to embark on this next chapter of Paralives and improve the game together based on your feedback. And again, this does release December 8th. So this is not too far from now, which is pretty insane that we're going to be getting another life sim in the life sim genre. But yeah, guys, please comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this. Let me know if you guys are excited. But yeah, with that being said, if you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day and take care.